What's up guys, back with another video. Now this video is going to be absolutely insane, okay? I'm going to exactly tell you how we scale fitness coaches to $100,000 a month without any kind of following, without a big brand. Basically we scaled fitness coaches before with 1,000 followers, 500 followers, it doesn't matter at all. And we are going to do that by standing out in a crowded market and establishing a one-of-a-kind presence, setting yourself apart from all other fitness coaches, leveraging high volume, exceptional efficient growth campaigns, and growth specialists that specialize in fitness offers, enabling you to rapidly reach multiple 5 figures without risk or being in conflict with other competitors. Okay, you are not going to be in conflict with any competitors. You are going to be basically the single only force in your own little micro niche inside the fitness industry. More on that later. Now we guarantee results, and this is for those fitness coaches who are willing to partner with premium clients, who are willing to pay upfront amounts ranging from $3,000 to $15,000. Obviously, you're probably charging way lower than that. Fitness coaches who are burned out of up and down months because prospects can't see the value in their offer because it's too expensive, who want to elevate themselves from the sea of other fitness coaches who all offer the same solutions. Fitness coaches who spend a fortune on scammer business gurus who don't have the slightest idea of how to make the specific fitness niche work. Trust me, I've been there before. I spent over $50,000 on business gurus, okay? So obviously that's not what you should be doing. Find a way to make your client results stand out of the market instead of the usual 10 kgs lost that we loop into a case study flywheel. Have a consistent client acquisition flow to remove white space from the calendar and acquire clients for a fraction of the average market cost. Remove themselves from the business while having a highly skilled growth team in place that operates on A-player performance. If you do this well, you're not going to be working in your business but on your business. Create banger content assets that hype people up with a fitness solution they never heard of before, selling prospects in the marketing so they are ready to throw money at you on the call. Solve every pain of your clients to build an ecosystem of solutions using the leveraged blue ocean market solution. Okay, so step one, obviously this is the first step that we help our clients with, which is creating an irresistible offer. Now look, you can have the best mechanism, the best expertise, but if you're not putting that into an irresistible fitness offer, you are going to basically just bleed out. I know everybody's talking about an irresistible offer because Alex Hormozy is talking about that, right? But in terms of the fitness niche, this is extremely important because it's the most saturated market in the fitness coaching industry, okay? So what you need to do is you need to kind of create your own little micro niche, and that's how you can scale from 0 to 100K a month in no time. Now, the purpose of building an offer is to use your expertise and unique story behind that in order to form a solution that sets itself apart from all other competitors. Most fitness coaches do what everybody else does and they accept different results. The clients are going to go with the one person who solves all of their inefficiencies in a way that they never heard before, meaning easier, faster, and more unique. The best way to do that is to combine effective methods with your unique background and formulate a done-for-you approach so you can charge higher prices and build unbreakable trust. Charging higher prices as a fitness coach has never been easier because there are so many people who don't know what they are doing that it's crazy. So the only thing you need to do is leverage the blue ocean market solution, create your own micro niche, and actually become the only king in your own little industry, right? Inside the fitness industry. So let's just talk about it. Let's take the first thing, right? Obviously there are different levels of fitness coaches. You have personal trainers and nutritionists. They don't really make a lot, right? $100 per meal plan, $48 for a session. Obviously you might have already been there. You never want to go back there, but where you are most probably is the online fitness coach, the classic online fitness coach charging $1,000 to $3,000 per program. Now this is a huge issue, right? So why B2B companies, for example, do extremely well? Because they can charge higher prices. The point is that fitness coaches can charge extremely high prices as well, but if you're just a regular online fitness coach, that's not going to happen. What you need to have is you need to become a super expert in your own micro niche. That's what you need to formulate, because I need to think about the fitness industry is its own industry by this point, right? It's not the coaching industry, it's the fitness coaching industry, and you need to be the perfect guy for basically making your own little micro niche, right? That's how you can become a super expert. Now, how I did that with my own fitness coaching company is I used my unique qualities, I looked at my background, and I formulated a unique method, okay? Everybody has a unique background. For example, I was a professional fighter, and once I started utilizing that in my marketing and building up a unique background, a unique credibility based on that, people started actually going for me, right? I became a one-of-one expert, right? I built up one-of-one expert status, combining my rare background and rare solutions, creating my own micro niche. This is how I established super expert persona. You can do the same if you were a basketball player, if you was a chiropractor. You can use all of that combine that with a unique method, with a very unique target audience, okay? You need to formulate a one-of-a-kind solution. You need to formulate a solution that people never heard before. Why keto was going really strong when it got basically launched, right, is because it was something unique. Everybody was afraid basically of fat before, and then this guy came out and said, no, fat is actually good for you. It was a crazy new phenomenon. Nobody heard of that. This is what you need to go for, just in a little bit of a smaller scale. Once you're able to do that and combine that with your unique qualities, you're going to hit home and you are going to be able to charge 5,000 to 15,000 per client. Now, obviously, how you're going to do that is you need to collect data of your unique TA. Okay, you're already working with people. You need to collect more data on them. Basically, check who is the more unique person from your target audience. For example, if anybody's struggling with anything unique, like rheumatoid arthritis, thyroid disease, gut issues, lower back problems, you need to focus on that, right? Take information from that, combine that with using your unique qualities, build up a delivery mechanism for that specific end result, for that specific unique target audience, and formulate basically your own little blue ocean inside the fitness coaching market. Now, you need to check out three things in that. You need to have the revolutionary approach in terms of your offer, right? You need to have the highest possibility of results for the specific target audience, and you need to have a done-for-you model, okay? Because having a done-for-you model in the fitness coaching market is definitely possible, all right? But let's take a look into how we actually build a fitness software that stands out and brings clients the best results by creating a case study flywheel that will feed your business with new clients, okay? If you do this, if you build up this case study flywheel that I'm going to talk about, that flywheel is going to feed you and your family basically forever, okay? 4 generations if you do that, all right? So if you look at that, right, you need to create an irresistible offer. How we are going to go about that, okay? The two most important things about an irresistible offer is the outcome, okay, and also the mechanism, right? So first, let's look at the outcome. The problem is that most fitness coaches, how they have these people is that they have people lose weight. All right, that's not a good end result anymore. It's just not special enough. It's not what people actually want, okay? Prospects are not stupid. They know exactly that any random fitness coach can help them lose a bit of weight, and they exactly know that what they need to do in order to lose weight is move a bit more and eat a bit less, okay? So this is not what you should go for. What you should go for is what is the end result they want to get through losing weight. So if you go back to the example, let's say someone has thyroid issues, right? What those people want through losing weight is to gain energy. Okay, so if you have a person with thyroid disease, right, improve their energy, 10x their energy through losing 40 pounds inside 90 days, then this is the real end result they want. This is how you need to formulate your offer. So the outcome needs to be something that actually hits home in terms of the deepest, darkest pain points that your prospects have, okay? And it needs to be unique. The mechanism, again, it needs to be unique, okay? You need to combine your own background with your mechanism to get that special outcome, all right? So we already talked about it. It's extremely important that you do that. How I did it in my business, as I mentioned, I used to be a professional fighter for 10 plus years, right? I have people lose a huge amount of weight, busy software engineers, through my professional fighting weight cut methods, the special method of professional fighters, and I'm going to do that without any effort. I implemented a done-for-you approach, right, which gave them time delay and a guarantee, right? So basically, they started seeing the first week, results in the first week, and I ordered all the food for them. They didn't need to touch the kitchen. Okay, now this offer is so powerful that every single prospect went for me instead of some other fitness coach. Obviously, in the program, we are going to help you pick a one-of-one type of angle, right? Charging higher prices, capital, pain, branding. We are going to start charging a minimum of $5,000 if you jump into the program, and you are going to create your own little micro niche inside the fitness industry, okay? We are going to reveal your offer, we are going to do discovery, validation, and we are going to scale that offer up, okay? We are going to completely create a new offer for your new angle that is going to make you have your own micro niche and become a super expert in that area. Because look, the entire purpose of your business is to become a formal case study production machine, deepening your micro niche, okay? So if you can get busy people, weight loss results, you're doing what everybody else is doing, okay? There is no reason for a prospect to choose you instead of someone else. Now, if you have a very specific group of people with a very specific type of problem, let's say some people have lower back pain and you have them get rid of that lower back pain through losing weight, and all of these people are above 50 and have children and working an office job, that's extremely powerful. Or the thyroid issue example, rheumatoid arthritis example, PCOS example, post-pregnancy moms example, all of these are very powerful. And the point is, if you start collecting clients from this very specific group, you make a case study with this very specific group, then the people who are exactly that group, who were thinking of going with a general personal trainer because maybe they can help them, are going to look at the case study and become a client because of that case study. The more case studies you have, the more clients like that you're going to have, because everybody would rather choose a specialist. Who would you rather go for if you have heart issues? A general doctor or the heart specialist, right? This is no-brainer. This is not new stuff, but you need to implement it inside the fitness coaching industry so you can create your own micro niche. So obviously you're going to have a case study from the client, you're going to have a new client, new case study, right? The more case studies you have and the more clients you have, the better mechanism you are going to formulate to solve their specific inefficiencies, the better content you can create, and the more people like that are going to go to you instead of anyone else, and you are basically slowly and steadily going to become a single force in the market for that, if you do it special enough, and that's what you're going to do in the program. Now obviously you need to also create something that's called a content asset. Step 2, content asset creation, right? Content assets are the single most valuable assets that you can create for your business, okay? A single content asset is something where you create a video once that thousands of people watch, right? If the video is well targeted and specific enough for the people that you're targeting, if they watch that one video, they're already going to decide that they want to go with you. Okay, so fitness coaching is an industry where everybody is copying everyone, and that's why most business owners bleed out sooner or later. People can copy methods, scripts, and even results you get for your clients, but people cannot copy you because your unique story is not replaceable. With the right unique approach and hyper expert status, you will be one of the people who stand out, and that's what you need to do with your content. Okay, so obviously we are going to create content assets basically based on your hyper expert status, and we are going to make sure that we target that content specifically for that target audience. Okay, you need to use the revolutionary market approach combined with a hyper expert status. That's how we are going to formulate your content assets, right? Now, the goal of these content assets is that you need to build reputation. You are going to build competitive advantage because nobody else is going to do what you are doing and not as good as you are doing it. You're going to build authority with that, and you're going to be a trusted specific target audience, right? You are the people, the prospects that are going to watch these content assets are going to have so much trust in you that by the time they get to a call, they are going to have their credit cards ready and they're going to be ready to throw you money at the call because you are going to be the person that they want. This is what happened with me, like with my niching, with my everything, right? People knew that I am the best possible expert. They didn't care if it's too expensive. It never was too expensive. By the time I got up to the point where I needed to tell them my prices, right? People already expected that it's going to be expensive, and they was thinking about how to collect money for that, right? Or like how to take a loan. People kept paying me with credit cards, like taking a loan from the bank, right? And I also kept closing clients inside the DMs because they watched this single content asset, they watched it through, and it was convincing enough because I targeted it very well and I talked about my stuff with very high expertise, became a super expert. It was convincing enough for them to just transfer me the money and start a program also without a sales call, right? This is what you need to go for. No fitness coach is doing that, and this is a huge issue. This is why you're not scaling up to $100,000 a month. Imagine how many more closes you're going to be able to make if you just send a video, people transfer on the DMs, right? You don't need to spend time with the sales calls. Now, you're going to distribute the content that's going to create awareness, it's going to create trust, it's going to influence people, and once you have influence over people, they are going to become a client, and then you're going to provide value, and this is going to be a content asset that you're going to share, and going back, obviously the content asset flywheel, that's just going to be an upward spiral of success. So this is how you're going to launch your content approach, okay? This is extremely different than what your general business coach been telling you probably, right? Post once a day on Instagram, whatever, right? This approach is extremely valuable. Once you start doing this, you need to create one content asset and it's going to feed you for years. Now, obviously, the third step is the feed growth campaign integration. This single step is what started generating me my very first 5 figures after figuring out the niching and the micro niching, right? This is the system where I realized that fitness coaches need to start generating leads in a completely different way than any other coach in the industry, okay? There's specific lead generation tactics, platforms that you need to use, and it doesn't need to be a lead generation, it needs to be a growth campaign that you need to launch, okay? You need to do it in a way that you basically tackle every single area where you can get prospects on a call, right? Now, how we build your client acquisition system that will feed you with unlimited attention. If you want to have unlimited financial freedom 2 months from now, right, this works extremely fast, you have to understand this acquisition cycle that gives you boundless number of clients from the start. What you need to understand, guys, is that lead generation is a word that these business coaches came up with. This is not what you should be doing. A growth campaign needs to be integrated. Lead generation is something you do. A growth campaign is something that you launch, and it works in itself, and it works way better than if you would be doing it. Okay, so just to go through with the basics, this is what most people don't understand. Like, there's only so many ways that you can generate leads. Okay, so there's practical growth, organic growth, and paid growth. Okay, so there's outbound, the ads, right? You paid advertisements, paid lead generation, and obviously inbound, there is organic traffic. Now, what most people don't understand is that outbound is one thing, paid advertisement is another thing, right? You probably understand that, but most people misunderstand organic growth, okay? Most people, when they think about organic growth, is that you need to have loads of followers. You don't need to have that, okay? Most people who have a big following are brokies, okay? They are broke, they don't have any cash, okay? And why is that? I know people, fitness coaches, who have 40,000 followers, and they told me that half of their following is like gay dudes who are attracted to them, right? This is not what you want, because how are you going to be able to specifically grow organically to a single, very specific target audience from a very specific country, right? Who have financial means to pay for your program, who have the exact pain that you want, and they are also ready to buy, right? How are you going to do that? It's almost impossible. So this is why you're misunderstanding organic traffic. I generated $50,000 a month with not even 2,000 followers on my Instagram account, okay? So basically, let's go through how you're going to build up your outbound system, because this is literally the best outbound system for fitness coaches, and it's going to be completely different than what you've been doing so far, right? So obviously, first of all, just the basics. We are going to assign you specific acquisition channels based on your micro niche, okay? So by niche, I mean micro niche that we are going to create for you. Now, there are only three channels that is worth basically spending time on: Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Now, I see a lot of fitness coaches not utilizing LinkedIn. That is crazy, okay? The first time I made $16,000 inside 14 days, I basically made it on LinkedIn only, okay? And I was 22 years old, right? I'm 24 now. Obviously, I scaled up way more than that ever since. But LinkedIn is the single most powerful thing in terms of who to target, right? You can choose the right prospect, but obviously, we are going to talk about all of that inside the program. We are going to launch that for you. So if you use all three of these, then you're going to have basically 3 to 5 calls on autopilot every single day, as long as you're going to use our content framework and DMs. But the best thing is, we are going to leverage feed growth specialists to take care of the outbound campaign. Right? You won't need to send a single DM. Okay, what is feed growth specialists? Feed growth specialists are people who are trained for fitness offers, and they are basically appointment setters that specialize in fitness offers. Okay, this is the guys that we've been working with, right? This is why I scaled way faster than any other fitness coach, because I realized that I need to build a team like that, and this is the exact team that we are providing for our clients. Okay, they are going to know what you need to do better than you. All right, they know how to generate leads from all three of these platforms. Even if you don't, it's not a problem, right? We are going to use a high volume, 250 to 350 outreaches, leveraging growth specialists or our automation, outreach automation, okay? Leveraging or paid or untapped audiences. This is again crazy, right? If you jump into Facebook groups where you need to pay like a low ticket Facebook group when you buy a low ticket program, and there are people who are looking for a solution, many people don't utilize it, okay? So let's say you have people with sleep apnea. If you jump into a sleep apnea program, right, and they put you into basically a Facebook group, your growth specialist will basically make you the king of that Facebook group, because no people are getting results in low ticket programs, right? So you're going to be the best in that Facebook group. Obviously, that's just one part, right? You're obviously going to amp up the volume. If you combine these two things, we are going to review, approve, we are going to launch the outreach campaign, and obviously you're going to book at least 3 to 5 sales calls a day, okay? So the feed growth specialists are going to keep booking you calls. They're going to start convos, build relationships, leverage content assets you made for prospects inefficiencies to book them on meetings. They're going to leverage them inside the DMs. And that's one thing, okay? You're already going to start getting rich from this process, because this team is going to be on A-player performance, and obviously you probably haven't been utilizing LinkedIn, or you've been utilizing that in the wrong way. But the most important thing is, this is where we are going to get closer to organic, okay? So what are you going to do with the attention that detaches from the process, okay? What are you going to do with that? Right, you need to pay attention to it. Like, what are you going to do with the attention that detaches? You're probably throwing that out in the trash, which is a horrible mistake, okay? So let me explain the exact meaning of what real organic growth means, and why basically 70% of my revenue is coming from organic growth, okay? It's not coming from direct outreach, it's not coming from paid ads, it's basically coming from the organic growth, okay? So people enter in your world by getting access to a platform that you own, that gives you authority. So if someone books a call but doesn't show up, if someone doesn't close, what you probably do is that you throw them in the trash. you don't care about them anymore, which is it's a huge mistake. It's the biggest mistake you can do, because those people, if someone is interested enough that you had a conversation with them or booked a call or even jumped on a call but didn't close, they are interested enough to buy. They are just not ready at this very moment. And this is where most business gurus are going wrong, right? Like, you need to do objection handling, whatever, right? Okay, you might increase your closing percentage a little bit, but what's going to actually increase your closing percentage and start scaling you from 10K a month to 50K a month to 100K a month is utilizing this system that we are going to build up for you, okay? So obviously you're going to combine practical growth with organic growth. So obviously here you're going to have people you conversate with. From the ads, you're going to have people you conversate with, and the people who detach from that attention, the attention that detaches from those combos are going to come into your world, right? This means that they are going to come into your Instagram, into your Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, right? They're going to become a subscriber. They're going to become a connection on LinkedIn. They're going to become a follower, a group member on Facebook, right? They are going to go into a system that you own, all right? So what that means, if you have the right targeting that we already talked about, you will be able to basically convince them through content. Remember when I said that you can close in the DMs for a fitness offer? Yes, this is how you do that, because if your content assets are the good ones, which we are going to do for you, then you are going to slowly and steadily break these people down, and you're basically going to get them into your program. Because the more they watch your content, the more they understand that you are basically a single only force in the fitness coaching market, because we are going to do your niching so well, okay? So this is going to inform the prospect on how to get rid of inefficiencies and create super expert status. Now, obviously, it's going to build you an audience, right? And gives you ownership of attention. It's going to nurture the audience and get them to engage. This will feed you with boundless returns every single day. If someone already jumped on a call with you, they are way more committed to you than someone who has not yet done that, right? So if someone already did that and their attention detaches, or someone had a conversation with you, right, but stopped texting back, those are people who are extremely interested in your offer. They just need to see a little bit more of the juicy content that you're posting, and that's going to become a convo, that's going to become a sales call, and that's going to become a client, okay? This is how you as a fitness coach can actually elevate yourself from other fitness coaches, because what most fitness coaches do is they just waste the attention that detaches, right? They keep posting fitness videos, workout videos, recipe ideas that nobody really cares about. But because you are going to sell the single best information on the market, and you're going to become the number one person in that market, right? Talking about their specific inefficiencies, for example, only for people with rheumatoid arthritis, right? Then you are going to become the guy. If they are going to watch your content, you can't find that content anywhere else. And this is extremely important. Now, what's going to accelerate this whole thing is paid advertisement. I know that your business coach probably told you that, like, if you ever work with a general business coach, that you shouldn't run paid advertisements. You're not ready yet. Like, this is absolutely not true. Okay, why they said that, for example, why my business coach said that, because I had that as well, is that I shouldn't spend money on ads, because then I have more money paying him, right? This is some nasty stuff. Okay, but you don't need to pay attention to that. Okay. The only thing that differentiates you if you're ready for ads or if you're not ready for ads is whether or not you have the right offer, you have the right content assets in place, and you have the right DM process in place, which we are all going to have. If you have a team in place that can actually convert the attention from the ad, and then you have the right organic traffic basically with the content assets, then you are ready to start an ad. Okay, you don't need to spend a lot on ads basically. It's enough to spend like $40 a day on an ad. Like, I had around 150 ROAS on one of my ads that I started for $40 a day, right? Inside a few weeks. So, it works for fitness coaches. You're going to stand out. Everybody's going to watch your ad instead of someone else's. Obviously, we are going to do that for a specific target audience. You're going to run an ad, okay? And this is crazy, guys, okay? You're going to run an ad. It's going to come to your IG. On the IG, you will have short-form hyping content, and they are going to click on the link in your bio. They're going to go to your YouTube, where you will have all the long-form content that solves every single one of their inefficiencies. They're going to be a follower. They are going to believe in you. They are going to be extremely warm. You're going to send them content assets, or the team is going to send them content assets and case studies within the DM conversation. That's when they will become a lead. You're going to do a call to action, right? Because by that time, they're going to see enough. Like, the DM framework is going to be extremely easy. It's going to be a call, a convo, a sales call, and it's going to become a client. And again, the attention that detaches from here is basically going to go back to the organic traffic that we already talked about. Right? It's extremely easy, all right? So if you understand this cycle, this is how you're not going to waste any leads. This is how you're going to build up your own micro niche with this process through going outbound, getting attention through outbound, getting attention through paid advertisement, and then building up your own micro niche with your organic content. And basically, this is how you will be able to scale up, okay? Because look, you're not scaling up at the moment because anything that goes out on the toilet here when attention detaches, or here from the ads, if you ever started ads, right? Probably you're not even doing ads at the moment, which is a huge mistake. Then you just leave them. So you're leaving revenue on the table. Of course, you're not making more money. Of course, you're not scaling up. You're leaving loads of money on the table. Now, obviously, we installed this for our clients as well, and also when I started doing this, combining the feed growth cycle allowed me to become the only leader in my own micro niche inside the fitness industry, and to generate 16K in only 14 days at 22 years old, consistently month to month, while retaining 90% of my client base for more than 6 months. Okay, so as I mentioned, I was 22 years old, I posted content assets, I ran ads, I started doing this, but the most important thing, the attention that detached from my outbound, for example, I did so well with the content assets that I could generate 16K in 14 days at 22 years old, right? All that without a big following or brand. I never had a big brand. So for example, this is just proof of that, right? So obviously this is my first ever business coach. He's obviously just shared it to us because he was proud of us now. Not like it, it's thanks to him, right? It's just basically a testimonial, because honestly, I got like 5 minutes a week with this guy, right, to talk with him. So it's not like he made my life. Obviously, I had to figure that out myself. But, this is just proof that we made 16K like at 22 years old. Now, look, just our LinkedIn process, as I already mentioned, generated multiple 5 figures every month. LinkedIn is extremely crucial, and our clients obviously followed. So if you look at that, these are client results, and just a few of them that are basically unparalleled in the industry. Okay, so Josh, for example, he started running ads, right? We told him to start running ads from day one. Basically, just created the content assets for him, and we installed the growth team, and he already has 133x ROAS, right? So he booked 11 calls last 2 weeks. Obviously, 16K cash collected. Look, if you're not getting these results, then obviously you are missing out on everything that I'm talking about here. Elias, 25K cash collected month, right? I'm not sure how many fitness coaches who can do that, right? These are results that basically are unparalleled in the industry. Nobody's getting these results, right? And the fourth step is feed growth specialist installment. Now, obviously, look, an appointment setter, so just to explain what the feed growth team is, an appointment setter is someone who got some kind of training either by you or someone else, like an agency, etc., to delegate the outreach and conversation process to. A feed growth specialist is someone who is the highest level expert in generating an unlimited amount of fitness clients to you, as that's what they are trained to do. They're optimized to have deep level understanding of your unique fitness coaching offer, and they are not there to save time, but to double or triple your revenue in a short period of time. Appointment setters and feed growth specialists might have a few things in common, but the core purpose and results they deliver to your business is night and day difference. Okay, so look guys, honestly, the only thing that can go wrong in basically in an appointment setter team, if you ever hire them, is that they don't understand your offer. They don't understand fitness offers, and that's a huge issue. Okay, now in this program, this is going to be fixed because we are going to train them specifically for fitness offers. We only work with feed growth specialists who are going for fitness offers specifically, and we are training them for fitness offers specifically, and they are also working on an only commission base. Okay, a commission only base payment, right? So look, an appointment setter cost of acquiring is $500 every month, and you get like 5,000 because they don't know what they are doing, right? And feed growth specialist, you pay 5K, which is 10% commission for $50,000, right? That's extremely easy. That's like easy as a pie. Like obviously you can make your own decision, right? So how we are going to install the feed growth specialist is we are going to install the feed growth team. First of all, they understand the product. They understand fitness products. It's going to be a growth team. So the most important thing is these are not teams where you need to waste time explaining every single little detail about your DM framework, about your offer and everything, because they already know that. They already know fitness offers, right? And they are willing to, it's called the growth team because they want to grow with you, okay? So the feed growth specialists that we are going to give you are people who have been trained for multiple months, and they are not going to go with any other coach because they know that our clients are crushing it, and that is the highest percentage that they can make a good amount of commission. So they want to grow with you. Okay, if you would be paying them a fixed fee, you would have a cap on their income. That's not what they want. They're going to have skills. They're experts in acquiring clients, right? They have empathy. They understand the offer. They can formulate sentences in a very human way, right? This is the real deal in terms of why you haven't been booking appointments before with an appointment setter, and why you're going to start with a growth team specialist. Like obviously they will understand the mission. and they're going to understand the importance of fitness, because many of them also go to the gym, stuff like that, right? One-on-one support, you're going to get one-on-one support in terms of how to train your growth specialist. They had 3 months training before. We develop their skills and capabilities. They will have deadly precision and sales skills, looking to get the most commission possible. Okay, now look, we are going to build up your Fit Growth team. We are going to have a team creation call. Obviously, you're going to set up the outbound campaign. We are going to convert the ad leads. You're going to learn about how to become a great leader, and we will assign you the Fit Growth specialists and leverage them so they can book at least 5+ calls per day. This is what my team has been doing. Our clients are getting that, as you already saw in the testimonials. So look, a Fit Growth specialist team is what's actually going to make your business. Okay, this is, you need to work with people who are smarter than you. If you ever heard that saying, this is what's up, this is the point of that. Okay, basically, once we refine your offer, once we launch the content assets, once we basically integrate the whole lead generation cycle, and you have the A-player team that is going to take care of all the leads from the ad and from the outbound, and you will be able to do high volume with a very special offer to a very specialized target audience, this is when you start scaling. Okay, this is when you start scaling. Appointment setters is the past. Fit Growth specialist is what you need to do today, especially in the upcoming year in 2024. It's going to be even more crucial because the appointment setting space is getting, way more saturated with people who don't know what they are doing. So the step 5 is obviously review and approval. So obviously, we are going to basically pay attention to every single step. Okay, so at this stage of the process, we are going to only pay close attention and ensure that every system is dialed in and fine-tuned to operate. Okay, because there are always problems in a business. We are going to fix all of them. We are going to teach you to know what you deserve as a leader, increase your prices, know what kind of tasks you need to operate on. Because if you're at this very moment working in the business, generating leads, jumping on calls, right, trying to do all of that, then you don't really have a real business. You kind of have a toy business, right? And the difference between $10,000 a month and $100,000 a month is literally building out that team and building out that system. So we are obviously going to pay attention to your offer, client acquisition, and your team. We are going to improve, evaluate, and repeat. Okay, and obviously we are going to have communication structure. So you're going to have weekly Fit Growth campaign review calls. Obviously we are going to talk, the whole team is going to join that, your team as well. We are going to have updates on client acquisition channels, daily accountability and team check-ins, and unlimited one-on-one calls. We work with a limited amount of clients. You can always call me anytime on my phone, right? I'm going to always answer your questions. You can book any amount of calls with me, because frankly, the number one thing is that I can help you get amazing results. This is my mission. And then obviously you're all going to succeed. The Fit Growth team is going to succeed. Everybody's happy, right? So besides the implementation and consulting, we also provide you with SOPs, scripts, content plans, access to editors, hiring templates, automation, sales training, sales scripts, exact DM process scripts and breakdowns, communication platforms. So look, obviously we are going to provide a whole other stuff, but the main thing is launching this whole system. When you hire somebody, you assign them to one section of your business to complete those processes and delegate the attention of the specific chain. Team members are applications of you. Hire people that are better than you. This is the mindset that we started this coaching business with, right? And this is how we help our clients as well. So look, man, if you're a fitness coach, book a call. You want to join this, we guarantee results. We have an absolute guarantee for results, right? We're going to scale you up to $100,000 a month inside 90 days. We have done that many times with clients, right? If you've already booked the call, make sure that you show up, okay? Make sure that you do that. And if you haven't booked the call, you're seriously missing out. You need to book a call with us. Can't wait to talk with you. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.